So let's talk about risk management. The risk management knowledge area has stayed pretty much the same. There's a very minor change at the end of risk management, and that is in the control risks process. Other than that, all of the other areas, all of the other processes have the same name, same terms. So we've got plan risk management, identify risks, perform qualitative risk analysis, perform quantitative risk analysis, plan risk responses, and then control risks. So in risk management, what are we doing? We're managing the effect of uncertainty on the project. It could be uncertainty resulting in good outcomes or uncertainty resulting in bad outcomes. So let's talk about our first process, plan risk management. What are we really trying to achieve here? We're trying to develop a risk management plan, which is our roadmap for how risk management will be conducted on the project. Consequently, our inputs are the project management plan. Remember, the project management plan contains all of those subsidiary plans, baselines, information that is relevant to risk management. The next input is the project charter. We talked about that previously. It contains high-level risks, high-level assumptions, high-level constraints, so it should be factored in risk management, especially in the planning stage here. Our next input is Stakeholder Register. When you think about the Stakeholder Register, remember it's got a list of stakeholders. It also has their areas of concern, areas where they could help on the project, but most importantly, you want to get the right stakeholders to make risk decisions at the right time. Our next input is enterprise environmental factors, and the last one is organizational process assets. Now let's talk about our tools and techniques. The first one is a new one in the PMBOK Guide 5th edition. It's called Analytical Techniques. Now when you look at analytical techniques are techniques used to make informed decisions about how to proceed in risk management. Remember, risk management revolves all around risk attitudes. It also revolves around risk tolerance and risk thresholds and people's attitudes to risk. So analytical techniques are used to make decisions on how to proceed best on the project in risk management. Used to decide, should we use a probability and impact matrix, should we use a high, medium, low, should we use a risk score, what is the threshold for the project? And based on all this information and the stakeholders' inputs, you use these analytical techniques to come out with solid decisions about risk management. Our next tool and technique is expert judgment, which you already know. And the last one, which is used across project management, is meetings. We meet, and through those meetings, we come out with ideas for risk management, and we solidify benchmarks that we use to measure risks and manage risks, and we come out with definitions of risk, probability and impact scales, common scales, and so on. Let's talk about our outputs now. Our only output of this process is risk management plan. The risk management plan is the big plan on how to manage risks on the project. And that concludes the plan risk management process. Now let's talk about the identify risks process.